Academic writing is a cyclical process where the first draft acts as a foundation. The initial pass is the starting point for a series of refinements. This diagram illustrates the three distinct phases of the writing cycle: drafting, gathering feedback, and redrafting. Take this 150-word sample paragraph. While it appears complete, it contains underlying structural gaps and grammatical errors that impact its academic clarity. To reach the standards required for submission, this text must pass through three specific refinement filters. A common error in the writing process is attempting to fix structural logic and surface-level grammar at the same time. This split focus often leads to overlooked mistakes. We must separate these tasks. On the left, we have self-editing. This process addresses deep structure, such as checking thesis alignment, removing irrelevant information, and ensuring a logical flow between points. On the right is proofreading, a secondary step for surface-level errors. This involves checking spelling, punctuation, and subject-verb agreement within finalized sentences. To speed up this process, use your computer's Find function to search for your own repetitive errors. This allows you to eliminate personal habits across the entire document systematically. Reading the text aloud is another way to identify awkward phrasing. Your ear may catch missing words or clunky transitions that your eyes might ignore during a silent reading. Structural editing must always come first. By finalizing the argument's shape before proofreading, you avoid spending time polishing sentences that may be deleted during reorganization. The second filter is peer review, which provides an authentic audience perspective. The primary goal is to have a peer evaluate the clarity of the ideas rather than simply checking for typos. Compare these two comments. Suggesting a comma change is a minor correction. However, identifying an unsupported claim and asking for an example or source strengthens the actual evidence used in the paper. Practice this now. Look at the excerpt on screen and pause the video. Identify one major structural flaw and one minor grammar error. The blue highlight indicates the surface error, a missing article before the noun. The red highlight shows the structural problem, where a broad claim is made without any data or a cited source to support it. Effective peer review tests the logic and integrity of the argument. It ensures the text communicates its main points to the reader. The final filter is tutor feedback. Passive acceptance of corrections often leads to the same mistakes in the next assignment. To improve, we must look for the patterns behind the notes. This table shows common grading criteria: relevance, content, coherence, and language. Understanding these helps categorize your tutor's specific comments. Looking at the comment section, the tutor provides specific stylistic instructions: limit discourse markers and avoid informal contractions. We can apply this by identifying and removing redundant words like basically or nowadays from the text. This action directly aligns the draft with the tutor's stylistic requirements. Analyzing these comments provides a list of specific habits to monitor. By identifying recurring errors now, you can check for them specifically in future drafts. Here is the final draft compared to our patient zero version. We can see the structural shifts from self-editing, the added evidence from peer review, and the formal language adjustments made after analyzing the tutor's feedback. Use these three steps for every paper. Address deep structure before surface grammar, use peer review to test the logic of your claims, and categorize tutor feedback to identify recurring patterns. This process allows you to recycle academic vocabulary and internalize the conventions of your discipline. By applying these refinements, you address current errors while building the specific skills needed to write more accurate drafts in the future.